Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to demonstrate how to perform SQL injection in DVWA at a medium security level. Before we go ahead, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. So now, let's get started. First of all, we need to set the security level to medium and submit. Then we can navigate to SQL injection section. Unlike low security level, this time we cannot input user ID. We can only select user ID from the list, right? And submit. And the response is the same as before. So at this point, it looks like we cannot manipulate a query because the only possible value or possible acceptable value would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how to perform SQL injection? As a matter of fact, this can be easily bypassed. This is some sort of client-side control. And, to bypass such control, we can utilize Burp Suite proxy. Okay, so how to do? Let me turn the proxy to Burp Suite. In the meantime, we can launch Burp Suite. Okay. Next. And then start Burp Suite. It's done, and we can make our burp to be larger. Then at the top, we can navigate to Proxy tab. And then we can go back to the browser and submit a new request. Here, we intercept the request, and then we can send this request to repeater or module. So here, we can play around everything, right? We can manipulate everything. We can manipulate request, including header and the body. For example, here, even I can put the 6, although the range is between 1 and 5, and send to see what will happen. Nothing returned, I think. All right. So next, I think we can just I mentioned in the video for low security level. The first of the first is to determine the query type to see whether this is based on string or based on numeric or the digital. Okay, and to test, we can perform some. We can put or submit some payload, like single code, and send it. We got an error. Okay, and it looks like possibly this is string based. So next we can try more payloads. Okay, just we did for the low security level. For example, we can put 1 and end 1 equal 2. Of course, here this should be, the result should be false. If logically this payload works, logical works means, nothing will return, right? Let's submit. Sometimes we need to encode the space. And we can do this by pressing keys Control and U. You can see, but it's not necessary here. Okay, let's send it. And scroll down. It looks like no effect from the payload, from this payload. So how about we can put this one and to, if no results returned from the application, maybe the query should be string based. We can send it. We got error. So it's possibly numeric based, right? Maybe I need to encode. And also here, this space, encode. Oh, no. Okay, send it. So got error. So maybe this case, the query is numeric based. Interesting. Let's check or view source. And make the window larger. Yes, indeed. The query is numeric based. Very good, right? So now let's go back to Bubble Suite. Repeater. So since now we have already determined the query type, which is numeric based, what are we going to do next? We need to find the number of columns. So how to do? We need to utilize the order by, okay? So we can remove order by 1 and send it. We can still get back the user information, right? Yes. So we increase this number from 1 to 2 and send it. No error. How about 3? This time we should see error. Yes, we got error on no column 3. Next, we need to determine, or we need to see which column is visible or which columns are visible. Okay, so how to do? We need to use ulim select. We can, so ulim select and unit select 1 and the database. Okay, send it. Oh, sorry. I do some sort of a jump. First, we need to know which column are visible. Is visible. We can use this payload, send it. And we should see 1 and 2. This means both columns are visible on the page. Yes, 1 and 2. Next, we can retrieve or extract database, name, send it. Yes, the database, the name of database has been extracted. So next, we can follow, this link to extract database with information schema. For example, the names of all tables, the names of all columns. Let me go back, and I have already put the query on my notebook. So here, I think we can use the same payload as the low security level. We can copy and put in here. Okay, union, and then we can send it. Unfortunately, we are returned with fatal error. So what's wrong? If you view the source code of this application, you will see, this one, my circle real escape string. So this function will escape special characters like single quotes. So how to do? This is some sort of control adopted by the application. And to bypass such filter or control, we can take one way, which is to encode the special character or the string. Okay, so how to do? We can utilize Python, the Python, and we can import okay, and we can, which one? B2A, okay, hex DVWA and encode. And we can, this is the encoded string. We can copy and then paste here. Of course, we need to use the prefix 0x, and then we can copy this query and put in here. Okay, and then let's send it one more time. The error disappeared, and then we can scroll down. Yes, we got back the names of all tables. So what are we going to do next? We need to extract columns of users table. Similarly, we can encode this string. Okay, users, and we can copy. X, and then we can copy and replace this payload. Send it, and we shall get the names of all columns of this table. Yes. And then I want to retrieve user and the password. So how to do? This time we do not need to encode because no need to put single quotes. And we can copy and replace this one. Okay, send it. Scroll down. Beautiful. We have already successfully dumped the data of this table, users table. So I think that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you next. Bye. Have a good day, please.